We. Sup? I had to initiate. He looks different. Wait.
Identify yourself.
What? What? Wait, there's a robot now. What were they expecting from me there? I bet this uppercut's strong against robots when I have to stun lock them. Seems like it. I mean, it's fast enough to juggle with itself. That's usually a good sign. Oh my god. Where's your buddy? The other guy just vanished after the cutscene. Was I supposed to press both buttons at the same time? Was he gonna combine the poses somehow? Because he didn't do the gesture I thought he was gonna do. He just stood there and stared at them for a while. There's definitely a lot of trial and error here. We'd have to do like a bunch of playthroughs before you or keep reloading your save before you finally figured out what they expect from you in some of these situations. Ow. Ow! It's so strong. Why would I do anything else ever? Okay, so we beat that. I was starting to get worried. It's a really long level. Whenever there's a really long level, you're like, if I die, it all starts over like the robots.
Did you hear that no one's being allowed on the executive floor?
Yeah, I heard they took some kind of top secret cargo up there.
Sounds like trouble to me. It might be a good idea to stay away from there.
Guess I'm going up.
It might be a good idea to do your job and not go to the place they're saying not to go to as an employee. You guys are really gossipy for ninjas. This whole thing is so much better than Sion's whole run around for a while chapter.
Now.
They're all doing sign language of some kind, even though their eyes are covered so they can't see, presumably, but also they speak. They clearly speak. They don't communicate entirely via signals anyway, so I don't know what's happening.
That was way too close. I'd better shut off the comm for now.
We will begin securing the executive floor.
Why didn't he just step aside and then salute? Like, why is he walking like that? Like, that's supposed to be a scene of like, oh man, I did it. I figured out their whole language and here I'm gonna perfectly assimilate. Look how good I did. But they speak, so it doesn't work. They all scatter it's like a surprise birthday party. He's gonna be so surprised when he gets here. Happy birthday!
Sorry, I better get Dominique while I still can.
By walking over here, away from Dominique, so Volt can grab me.
Volt? Wait, it's me!
you to stay sharp.
That hurt really, really bad, Volt. Oh?
You look pretty spiffy in that outfit, Cole.
Whatever. Well, looks like we got our team together.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I don't care if I destroy my mind. As long as I slaughter all of you.
All of you.
The moment you lose your cool, you lose the battle.
So he's so fixated on his mission, he was gonna let Sion die to get Dominique. I don't know how the fuck he thought he was gonna get Dominique in a room full of ninjas that were all looking at Dominique just because Sion was getting like choked 2 feet away from him, like from her. I don't see how that was gonna be. I don't see how that was his opening. I love that just every cutscene in this game just kind of happens at you, and none of them make sense. It's incredible, and the game encourages you to overanalyze them because it has you play the game 3 times with each thing slightly changing over time and giving you more insight about certain things. So it's like, what an intricate web that we weave. Man, you should look at all these different perspectives and stuff. And it's like, by the time you're watching the same cutscene for the 3rd time, you're like, your mind is shutting down because you're like, wait, what? How does that work? What does anything mean? Oh, not a 4th hit. Oh no, he died on the ground, so I didn't get any experience. And Sion's dead. Hey, come on. Oh. We'll get shut the fuck up. No! Volt! That's the one wrong time to actually attack for once, is stealing a boss kill from me? You bastard. How dare you? The only time I don't want you to kill somebody. Oh, it's time for the worst level.
See, you gotta keep your cool.
So that, you better keep your cool so Volt can beat the enemy for you.
Dominique.
Sion? Sion!
Always getting me in trouble. You had me worried.
This is the first time you ever hugged me.
I don't mean to intrude, but could we save the love scene for later?
Yeah, we have to get out of here first.
Sorry. Let's get going. Great, but which way do we go?
Security's tight everywhere. Maybe if we head for the rocket tower, it might provide us with a little cover.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, let's move.
Sion, I hope it doesn't take a turn for the worse.
1 year ago.
Did you go for me, sir?
Here. I knew Mikado's solar energy plan sounded fishy.
There's also information about surgical enhancements in here.
This mission's going to be our toughest yet.
Rest assured, I'm confident he'll be able to pull it off.
There are intruders in the rocket tower. Switch all robots to security mode. The intruders are headed for the shuttle area.
Damn. Security's tighter than I thought.
With all 4 of us together, we stand out like a sore thumb.
I'm sorry.
No, that's not what I meant. What I'm saying is we need a decoy.
I see. One of us will escape with Dominique. The other 2 will draw away the guards.
So, who will go with Dominique?
This guy's like, Sion, I hope it doesn't take a turn for the worse. Dude, you just... you just tried to leave him dead.
Shall I escort you, milady?
Aww, why Ko? I don't know about this.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers. Take care of her, Ko.
careful, Sion.
I'll see you back home, Dominique. I promise.
You too, Volt.
Shall we proceed, Your Highness?
Oh yes, my brave knight. I place my fate in your hands.
Is that the only snarky line she has all game? It's like she's matching Ko. She just matches the room. Yeah, even she knows that Ko just kind of sucks. He has a weird number of, like, off-putting gendered lines towards women, and like, man, you'd be pretty fucking hot if you weren't, you know, doing stuff and talking. Stop that. Oh. Oh! So this attack gets me into trouble a little bit with reach. I think if I get him against the wall, I have some more luck. Actually, he might slide sideways more, which gets me in some trouble. But it's a pretty fast attack as long as it doesn't miss, but it's a very close range hit, so it might miss. I do find myself wondering sometimes, like, was this game ever meant to be longer, or like, what kind of stuff happened during its development? I wonder along the way. There's a lot of really interesting, weird details. Like the narrative also definitely feels like it's supposed to happen over a short period of time. So maybe it was always supposed to be reasonably short. Although Devil May Cry is a much longer game. Like Devil May Cry and Resident Evil are both much longer games, despite always feeling like they also take place over a similar time scale of like a day or an evening or a night. It's not necessarily mandatory that a game that takes place over a quick period of time also has to be short. And yet the variability from playthrough to playthrough isn't quite there to justify it either. It is a little weird. In fact, I guess I didn't have this criticism as a kid, in part because I just wasn't thinking about that kind of stuff necessarily, but also like I just had what I had as far as video games went, and a lot of my games just went unfinished anyway. Back then, I rarely beat games, especially since I had to share them with my brother and stuff. But like, it is like I looked into it more recently, and like a lot of the criticism towards this game was it's directed at its length. It's a very short game, and that might have been less of an obvious issue if there was more variability between the playthroughs. But like, you only split up twice in the entire game, and the first time is really well done in that you play pretty much entirely different missions and then get different contexts. Story-wise, it's baffling for all the reasons I've given of like, why are they there, and why is he there, and how did they get to these places, and why is nobody guarding them, and like Volt's at least harnessed, and he's just so fucking strong that he just comes out of it. So you're like, okay, I'm not questioning him nearly as much as everybody else. Uh-oh, two at once. I can't control this. Oh, fuck. Please don't make me start this level over again. Oh, Dominique! But then the second time you split up is this mission, and this mission has basically no story and plays out the same way every time. So you're just controlling who gets to have a little conversation with Dominique for like one line of dialogue, followed by who gets to watch Dominique get squeezed, which makes her pass out. Which I don't know if that would work on people, but she's also not a people. She's a robot. So like, does she have an off switch there? Like, it's like Tickle Me Elmo. Like, if you squeeze her, she just turns off. She has a button somewhere in there. But I'm really wondering how much of her is biological at all, because at first you're like, okay, she's like an experimented person, like Chaldea, right? Like they even say that Chaldea was the blueprint or the proto version of her, right? Like they experimented on Chaldea, and then they got Chaldea, and then they got Dominique as a result. Like that seemed to be the suggestion. But Chaldea seems to just be a person who can also turn into a panther. And she aged 10 years, and who knows what else is going on there. But like she's like some sort of like she's like a mutant from X-Men. Dominique's face comes off and she's a robot underneath. And like, it's one thing to have like a, like PD4, which is supposed to be a clone that's been augmented. You're like, okay, PD4 has robotic arms. The rest of them could still be not robotic. Once your head's robotic, you really, the assumptions that anything else isn't robotic goes out the window, right? Like, it's weird if just your head's a robot and the rest of your body's like just flesh. Because you're like, we went straight for the head. Like, that's the part that's the most core to like a human existing as a sentient creature. At some point, you're just having at some point after that, aren't you just having a computer pilot a human body? If you replace the head already? It's just like basic real life stuff with like amputees and people that have augmented bodies and replacement limbs and so on. Is like, it's pretty normal to like replace an arm or a leg if you need to, but people don't really have to apply the same assumptions to replace. God, this guy's getting me in trouble. Get against the wall. I can't hit him more than once in a row. Like, if you have a case of head come off, people don't really see that as like, oh wow, he's got, yeah, he had an amputation and he's got a replacement limb. It's like, he's dead. He's dead, and you're just messing with his body now. Stop that. It's a really existential nightmare situation for Dominique, and then Sion's just gonna refuse to tell her, apparently. Even though she will find out eventually. I want her to have a normal life. Too late. Oh, you blew up her brother in space? Remember all that stuff? Like, have you heard her speak or followed any of her general behavior? She isn't really normal. Just over and over again. Look at him spin. It's just really funny to watch. So I go that way right now and I'll win. So if I go this way to get experience and then die, it's really self-inflicted. Weirdly, this is the way the camera points, and there's 2 enemies in this direction out of 3 on this floor, and it's a dead end. I don't know what's going on with some of these things sometimes. This level's very strange because it has no directional flow to it, and most of the enemies are optional, but the camera points you at the optional enemies, so it seems intended that you'll just walk in a direction, reach a dead end, and be like, what was that? Where did... I killed a bunch of guys, but there's nowhere to go. Let's go. Oh! Fuck! I'm out. I'm out. I'll just go without that experience. It's not worth it. It's not worth it having to replay the whole level. Get fucked, LD15. You're the only survivor of this entire complex. Enjoy being alone. If you have feelings, probably don't. Ah. So many bounce... Wait, are they battle points or bouncer points? Oh, because there's also bonus points. There's bonus points and bouncer points and battle points. Well, they're all bouncer points, I guess. Or something. Am I making sense? Unlimited power. I should not be focusing this heavy on attack. This is a mistake. But if I can juggle people, I have like more ability to chain attack people than anyone else.
Hey, Ko.
Huh? What is it?
You think it's okay for me to stay with Sion? I don't like this place. I ran away from here, and that's how I was able to meet Sion, and all of you. The bar's in shambles because of me.
As long as we avoid the worst, it should be okay. No worries, Princess. Even though the boss looks cheap, he's got a sizable fortune. It's all good. Ever since you arrived, Sion's been opening up to us too, thanks to you.
So she's been around for less than a year then. She arrived after they already knew him.
we have to get on that one.
So did she just run away from home?
Push! Damn it!
Let go!
Miss Dominic, your brother waits you.
I'm going home with Theon!
You have much to learn, my lady.
No, don't!
See, here the music makes way more sense.
I simply put her to sleep. Now, allow me to put you to sleep permanently.
Damn it. If we don't watch it, Dominique might...
I'm gonna pound the life out of it before it tries anything.
Does it have life?
You're going to have to deal with the three of us.
3 on 1. Those are acceptable odds.
So did you like strike that pose, Volt?
Acceptable? Give me a break. We're flesh and blood over here.
This is just, everything about this is just funny. So that time this it totally made sense. Like that is, he's got a creepy arm. He just captured. Oh my god! Oh my god! He just captured Dominique. He knocked her out. Oh man, this is a horror scene. Look at this body horror with this horrible PD4 guy. It's like that time the music makes perfect sense. Why'd they play the same song when rent-a-cops are running at us in a train station? It's clearly made for this scene, and then they use it earlier in a scene where it makes no sense. Well, that was incredibly effective. Holy shit. Let's get some health, please. I don't think I need any more abilities, honestly. I think I just need the stats now. I think that's safe to say at this point. Holy crap.
Get that weak stuff out of here.
Dominique, you alright? There's more of them! I don't like these odds at all.
Theon!
Been activated.
So you knew.
You bastard, you're still alive?
Of course! But right now I must bring the girl to the giant shuttle Gallios where Master Dauragon is waiting. I'll finish you off after that.
Why are you telling us all that?
No! That was Dominique?
She is Dauragon's dead sister.
What?
You're awfully well informed, Volt.
Dauragon, the present CEO of Mikado, had a younger sister who lost her battle with a terminal illness. Using his position as the head of Mikado, he spared nothing to bring her back to life.
You're lying!
I was a personal guard to the previous Mikado.
No wonder you know so much.
It doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. Right now, she needs you. Sion, I think you need her too.
We're gonna go save Dominique, right? Or else we'll never know the truth. We're gonna need backup.
So that's where all the planes come from.
6 months ago.
A full body tattoo? What the hell kind of mission is this? I'm just supposed to watch over the girl, right?
That's not all. It's also your job to prevent her from falling into the hands of the Mikado Group.
You mean the megacorporation?
Well, if all else fails, your job is to eliminate her.
That's the loading screen that confirms that these tattoos are all for this mission.
Now's not the time to get all emotional, Sion.
We have to stop this Gallios.
He didn't have these tattoos until he had to get a job as a bouncer, despite no establishment of that being like a requirement of bouncer culture, including the other characters. They made him get a full body tattoo? I think it's a prank.
Stay on your toes, Sion.
I think his coworkers pranked him. It's like, oh yeah, if you gotta be a bouncer, you're gonna get this really cringy, excessive tattoo all over your body that's like tribal or something. I don't even know. It's a lot to take in. Look at the chunks I'm taking out of his health bar. Look at me go. Like, this is a story where the robot you're saving is... They can do this to a robot? Whoa! What? They can do all that to the robot. That's neat. Wait, this is a story where the girl gets kidnapped and 2 out of 3 characters know the whole time that she was a robot secretly. It's up there with how fucking Mugetsu just straight up tells us where they're taking Dominique. Maybe it's an anime thing of like, I'm gonna defeat you. Here's the location of our next battle. I'm telling you this information as bait.
A giant shuttle? Are they planning to send this thing into orbit?
Like, look, that's even Ko didn't know that, and he's the most informed character here. He has all this background secret info because he's a secret agent on a mission.
Congratulations! Who would have ever thought you'd make it this far?
Echidna.
Now that Mugetsu and PD4 are out of the picture, I shall become #1. Once I defeat all of you.
Sorry, but we don't have time to play with you right now.
I've had enough of your mockery. You haven't changed at all. Ever since you became a special agent, you've been ordering me around. I'm not letting any of you get near the Gallios!
Hell hath no fury.
Get it? Because she's a woman. Also, she'll never stop reminding us she's a woman. They don't know how else to handle the idea of a female combatant than just having every line of dialogue pretty much be about how she's a woman. She feels insecure and inferior because she's a woman. Everyone's like, you sure? They keep saying stuff like, you sure would be pretty if you weren't a woman. And like, show me a man that can take me down. I'm a woman. Look at me go. It's like, okay guys, come on. There's so many other things you can do with this. I'm not even that bothered by her clothing, honestly. Like, it's a little bit weird as a uniform. Oh god, I'm about to die. Guys, fuck, we just lost. Oh, it's so fucking frustrating how fast that goes bad.
sir.
Like in a weird, like it's a bit of a weird costume to have in the context of her job. But this game's so fucking bonkers that I don't even really question what she's wearing that much, and she's kind of pulling it off. She has a feather boa in the art that they use to show of that character everywhere, but it's not in the game. That kind of add to it. She's definitely Stephanie's favorite character design in this game. Oh, she just backhanded two of us at the same time. Keep her busy, Volt. Both of her giant robots will be dead in about 10 seconds at this rate. Oh. Definitely an interesting approach to avoiding getting too cluttered on the screen. Is that the game shows every health bar. You have one boss health bar and one single enemy health bar, but then you have little circles that show how many enemies are currently alive. And they give you a health ranking via. Oh my god, let me go. Oh, damn it! The robot died. I was trying to fight the robot, but the auto lock took me off the robot and onto Echidna, and then I couldn't stop hitting her. I couldn't escape. B. I really fucked up by leveling Sion, huh? Oh, what if it's only based on stats? What if your moves don't affect your ranking?